Deontay Wilder. What is this? Two legends of the sport, two icons. The UK versus the US. Oh.
Behind the head. To Brazil for having the character to throw with him.
The blood is spraying out all around the ring. The only person who seems oblivious to it is Dazn.
If jabbed by Wilder now, thus far Dazn hasn't shown the work rate. He's hitting. And Dazn goes down! Of Wilder's 37 knockouts have occurred here in the round. First round and Dazn down for the second time. There's hammering here in round one. He is Ragnarocking Dazn!
He's out. He's out cold.
Man, B3 Picks TV, we back again. Y'all tap the like button, follow the channel, help the channel grow. We definitely building, we definitely working. I'm over here, absolutely. Okay, let me do something real quick. I'm going to show something on the screen. I'm just trying to gear up for, I'm gearing up for next week when we do our will. Let me see how this is going to work. Let me see how this works. Yeah, I'm on my laptop or whatever. We're gonna do our raffle for our members. Man, shout out to the 15 active members. We're gonna have our sound bites and stuff like that real soon. I'm working on getting a desktop so that way we can, go from there and stream off a desktop and pull up stuff if we need to or whatever. We more so just gonna be kicking it and building. We about to reach out for our 1 year anniversary, April 15th. So we just growing, man. So I'm super thankful, and we're gonna just keep pushing the sport forward, taking life in stride, taking everything one day at a time. Teamwork made the dream work, man. Teamwork made the dream work. Let's go. I know I'm a little late today, but I'm here. I'm a little late, but I'm here. I still showed up for the people, and we're gonna have a great show today. Let me run this real quick. Let me run a couple things real quick, and then we're gonna cook. I appreciate my brother Free pulling up. We definitely gonna have a good show today. Let me run this video, and I'm gonna bring Free in, and we're gonna cook, y'all.
High guard, get in there. He did.
Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaning with right.
He took a knee.
He took a knee. What is he doing?
He forgot his. It's got to be a knock.
What in the world is happening?
Took a knee. He's got to count.
I understand. If you take a knee like that, that looks like a knockdown. All right? Back up. Back up.
Body shot by Norman. Oh! He's more than no nonsense. As Teddy Atlas would always say, Canelo is looking to be friends, and Crawford is not looking to be friends.
Great exchange from Teddy. I mean, look, obviously.
Oh!
Hold that. Hey, get right!
Is he trying to rump a dope here, Sergio? What do you think he's thinking? Oh, he's hurt! He's out on his feet!
Yeah, okay, I just had to run that video quick. That was the 2025 recap video. Salute to Vacay Bay pulling up on us. Shout out to my friend Zahn. Appreciate you, Zahn, pulling up. We definitely working. We building up, so I'm thankful. Free, good morning, Free. Talk to me, man. How you feeling today, Free?
Man, what's good? What's going on with you this afternoon?
Man, I'm thankful, man. I can't. I'm just taking life easy, one day at a time. Free. We're gonna cook on this Xander boots, and then we'll talk about anything else that come up. Our brother Juan Claudio putting up on us. Okay, yeah,
Hey,
we cook.
real quick
Go ahead, Free.
before we go on. I just figured out the guy that I was talking about from Pro Box that's out of DC, and they call him the Body Snatcher, is David Whitmire.
With
I was
my
like,
gotcha.
I was like, man, I can't think of his name, and I saw it because he's fighting on April 7th, on May 1st at Hanover, Merlin Live. He's fighting on that card.
Nice. Who's the main event on that card, Free?
I want to say it's Trayvon Marshall because
Okay,
I think everybody else is. I mean, you got Lamar Rose's brother on there. You
Jordan.
got Whitmire on there. You got a couple of guys from DC on there. But I think Trayvon Marshall is probably the bigger name out of all of those guys on there. So I want to say it's Trayvon Marshall, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, y'all stay tuned for that card, and they doing a lot of events at Maryland Live Casino. Shout out to Jetta Promotions. They doing great work. Before I bring Juan, appreciate you pulling up, Juan. I know Juan working. We all working. Appreciate the support and everybody that's joining the membership. I'm thankful, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Now, let me start with you, Free, and then we're gonna bring Juan in on this. Xander's showing that he's in camp. Um, for all intents and purpose, everybody's reporting that it is going to be a unification with Boots Ennis. Excuse me. He's going to be giving Boots opportunity at the unification. Xander's already the unified champion. Free, talk about that fight. Do you foresee it going down the zone pay-per-view? Do you think that's the right fight right now for the 154 division, or is there another fight you see for Xander right now?
Um, I like the fight. I think it is the right fight now because if you look at it, Um, Josh Kelly, he's not fighting anybody. He's looking like he's avoiding the competition that's stepping up to the plate to fight him. You look at Sebastian Fundora, he's fighting Keith Thurman, a guy that I don't believe deserves a shot at the title. Xander Zayas is only fight. He's the only one that's fighting a guy he's supposed to fight, which is Jerron Busin, is his interim title holder. So I would say yes, this is the right fight for the 154-pound division because right now he's the only one doing. Him and Jerron is the only one that's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Jerron is fighting the guy that holds the title to his interim title, and Xander Zayas is fighting the guy that holds the interim title to his title. So I mean, you got to say when we talk about these ranking systems and who deserve a fight and all that stuff, you got to say Xander Zayas and Jerome Businis is doing the right thing and moving in the right direction because they're the only ones that's fighting who they're supposed to be fighting. If you really look at it, Keith Thurman don't deserve a shot at Sebastian Fedor. Josh Kelly ain't trying to fight nobody right now. So those are the two guys that's really the only ones that's doing something that what they supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I'm definitely with you on that, man. Xander is he's really stepping up. He unified the titles with his first defense, and now he's going to be fighting as a mandatory, which is Boots Ennis, a unified champion at 147. A tough fight, but a big fight for the East Coast. I think that may be the biggest available East Coast fight that doesn't include Tank Davis right now. Um, Xander versus Boots. Let me bring in Juan. Juan, talk to us, man. Good morning. I know you're working. If you can come off here, you could talk to us. Definitely, I want to hear your thoughts on this. Xander versus Boots. Is Xander versus Boots the biggest fight, the biggest East Coast fight to be made? Is that like a MSG big room type of fight? Um, okay, Juan said, give me a minute. Juan working. Shout out to Dez. Appreciate you pulling up, Dez. Free, what's your thoughts on that, Free? Do you feel like that's an MSG big room type of fight? Barclays type of fight? Where do you, Puerto Rico, what would you foresee that fight being the best landing spot, just as far as commercially and For the economics of the fight, the financials behind the matchup. MSG, Madison Square Garden, big room, Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend which will be June 14th is the Sunday, so it'll probably land on the 13th. Is that the fight? Is that the biggest fight you can see to be made as far as the East Coast is concerned?
Um, is it the biggest fight? No, it is a big. It's the biggest fight, not with Tank Davis in the title. Um, because I think the biggest fight on the East Coast is Tank Davis and Shakur. That's the biggest fight on the East Coast. But outside of Tank Davis' name being attached to anything, I think that is probably the biggest fight. I can't think of anybody else on the East Coast that would be a bigger fight than Jerron Businis and Xander Zayas. I mean, you can add Shakur to anybody else outside of Tank Davis. I don't think it's a bigger fight unless maybe you get Shakur versus Keyshawn. That might be a big fight. I don't know, but I don't think Shakur versus anybody else on the East Coast will be bigger than Xander and Jerron Businis. Um, I, Tank Davis, he's already a star by himself. His name is bigger than both of those guys combined. So Tank Davis with anybody will be a bigger fight than Xander Zayas and Jerome Businis. But outside of Tank Davis, like I said, I think that is the biggest fight that you can make on the East Coast. I don't see anybody else. I mean, that y'all can come up with a different combination. I don't see another combination bigger than Xander Zayas and Jerome Businis at this present moment because Xander Zayas has that Puerto Rican fan base in New York. Jerron Businis has that Philly fan base, and they both have American fan base outside of just those geographic areas. So I think it's a big fight, and I think it deserves, depending on what type of undercard they put on that fight, I think that fight will be able to fill up the Madison Square Garden arena. I think it will be able to fill up Barcade, but I think it's more suitable for the Madison Square Garden because of the Puerto Rican fan base. Madison Square Garden is right there in Manhattan. You got the Puerto Rican, the heavy demographic area for Puerto Rico is right there in the Bronx, which is not too far from Madison Square Garden. So I think Madison Square Garden is probably the best spot for it. But either one, they're still going
Yeah.
to come out to see them.
Yep.
Let me just bring in Juan, man. Appreciate my brother BVO pulling up. Listen, the channel was monetized. Help the channel grow. Support the channel. Put some color in the chat. Bless the membership. We doing
Boy,
members
Kareem
only
Akbar.
panel. I need y'all to join the membership. Help us grow. Man, show me that you can support the channel. If you want to come on the panel, support the channel. If you don't want to come on the panel, support the channel. Juan, man, talk about this fight between Xander and Boots. Do you foresee it going down?
Yeah, I
And
see it
is
going
it
down. I don't doubt it's going down. I think it is going down. Um, I think it's just a matter of time. Probably getting the specifics and the details done their way now. But if you look at it, kind of all roads kind of point that to that fight because again, you have the whole situation with Golden Boy and Virgil, so that's not gonna happen. We probably not gonna get that fight for another year. Then we got Sebastian just fighting Keith, I believe this weekend. So that's a dub right there. Obviously Josh Kelly's avoiding fighting whoever. So he not too busy or even too worried about fighting whoever. So you got dudes, you got to kind of level the playing field. I mean, out of the top 10, you know what I'm saying, in the rankings, if you go like that, you know what I'm saying. Why not Xander and Boots? You know what I'm saying. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it's gonna get done. I think it gets done. I think it gets done in like a month or so, or even a month, like a couple weeks or so. So I feel like we'll get an announcement soon that the fight's finalized or whatever, whatnot. But I'm excited if it is going down. But yeah,
yeah, before BVO, he probably moving around. Appreciate you pulling up on the panel. And salute to my brother Hot Rod in the link. Let me say this. That the membership, man, y'all check out the channel, man. Go to the membership tab. Just check it out. Look at it. It's only a click away. $7 a month. That's 32 cents a show. To support the channel, help the channel grow. Lock in. If you want to join the jump, if you need the link, Rod, click that side button. Make sure it's screen your face so it go through. And then join the panel, man.
Let's go
Join
with
the
you.
panel. That's how we doing it. But everybody has a membership. They understand what we doing on B3SPN. We trying to do kind of somewhat of a family friendly show, gentleman show. So even all the members, we ain't doing a whole bunch of showing ass, especially,
Hey,
right?
yeah. Hey, yo.
We ain't doing all that. Uh BB, jump off mute when he ready. But let me ask you this, Juan, while we here. Now, is Boots versus Xander the biggest East Coast fight? Or is there another fight bigger for Boots or bigger for Xander? Break that down.
Like in
Or
general,
another name.
like in,
Are there other
like in,
names that you would
like
see?
in general, or
Yeah,
just East Coast thing.
just for the East Coast.
Um, no, not really. I mean, who else at 54? That's
Outs-
from the East
Outside
Coast.
of the only other fight that was mentioned was Shakur versus Tank.
Yeah, Shakur versus Tank is probably the biggest one. But then you after that, like who else? Who else was really out there from the East Coast? Like besides Keyshawn, like and
Mhm.
really,
That's a good point.
you know, what I'm saying? Like I'm saying ones that are relevant to this conversation. Not saying Abdullah. Not saying none of that. I'm saying relevant to this conversation.
What's
Biggest
the
fight,
guy?
yeah, it's probably this fight here and the Tank Davis and the thing. Who's on the
Yeah,
PS4?
yeah, that's what I said. I said if you take, I mean, Tank, his name is bigger than both of them. So it don't matter who you put Tank in, he's gonna sell out more than them guys anyway. So you take Tank out of the equation. This is
Hmm.
the biggest fight on the East Coast. There's nobody else.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's really it. Because I would state like if Conwell was still undefeated, I'm like, oh, I mean, you could throw him in there against Conwell, but it'd be like, I don't
Yeah.
know, it's a difficult conversation to have. You know what I'm
Hmm. Yeah. When anytime you have to sew into something, you appreciate it more.
saying?
So sew into the channel, man, because when you get stuff for free, people piss all on it, step all on it. They don't care about it. But when you got to pay for something and you spend your hard-earned money for something, you going and listen. That's what I want around me. I want hard workers. I'm a hard worker. I want genuine people around me. People that's got a little money in their pocket. If you don't have $7, don't jump on the panel. You cannot jump on the panel
Hmm.
if you don't got $7 for the show. Simple as that. BVO, talk to me, man. What's your thoughts on this Xander Boots fight? How you see this? It's a little feedback. I think you got your air condition going crazy. I know it is not that hot in Ohio.
No, 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 it's me. I think it's me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What you think
Hey,
about this Xander versus Boots? BVO, cook on that.
hey, salute to my man, light skin, aka B3, man. But let me just say this before I get started. I think I had a great conversation with a friend of mine. And one thing I'm learning is that in order to get to where I aspire to be, or a lot of us aspire to be in life, it's very important to really become humble and the fact that what you're gonna do in life can benefit someone else. I never thought about it in such a manner. I used to hear my aunt all the time say all the time, dollars bring dignity. The more dollars you have, the more better people treat you, better things will happen. But I'm starting to see things that's not happening to me, but happening for me. And I kind of say, you think about the redemptive work of Christ on the cross. I would say for me, I'm understanding how much God cared about us and people that we don't even know. And I think as you grow on this journey, it's important that I'm saying this is that we got to understand that you really, when you make it or you do well in life, the best thing you can do is help somebody else. because to be honest with you, how many
Absolutely.
more shoes can I buy? I mean, I'm already polo down to the floor. You know, what other pair of polo socks or shoes or shirts do I need to validate whatever hunger that comes from something that I created? And I'm just saying that I just think when you think about just the boxing space in general, I think people don't understand that what you're seeing with boots is just a manifestation of what happens when you finally get your opportunity. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to seize it? Are you going to complain that it didn't come faster? Or are you going to say, you know what? This ain't a good opportunity because I'm not on a big enough stage. Or if you're in Boots' position, you're probably going to enjoy this and really just thank God that you're in this position. And I think no matter how the fight goes, just being totally honest, I think they both win. Because I seen Xander come up as a 16-year-old, 17-year-old kid from Puerto Rico. I mean, you can say what you want about Puerto Rico, San Juan. These places are not nice places to grow up and live. They're just not.